Is it worth it to self-distribute your film? I know in this market there's so many forms of distribution to where you can actually distribute your film yourself. And as an independent filmmaker, sometimes it's hard to decipher, do I take the risk of going through a sales agent to try to reach a network and wait all that time, or do I just take full control and just release it myself? Which one is better? I think they both have their pros and cons, and I'll tell you the pros and cons of both. Number one, if you self-distribute your film, of course you're going to have creative control. You're going to determine what the trailer looks like, what the poster looks like. When the trailer goes out, when the poster goes out, you have complete creative control, which is a beautiful thing. However, here's the thing about that poster and that trailer. People have to know that it's out. So when you self-distribute and you're not connecting with a network or a company, that means that you're completely responsible for marketing, because no matter how great your poster looks, no matter how good your trailer is, if no one knows that it's there, it won't really matter. So that being said, you'll have to put a marketing budget behind that beautiful poster art, that beautiful cover, that beautiful film. You'll have to put a marketing budget, and that's not impossible, but to truly make strides in marketing, you're going to spend tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes even double the production budget, sometimes almost half of the production budget, which equally are both expensive. So if you do plan to distribute your film by yourself, just know that it's going to take money to make money, and not just $100 here or $100 there. It's going to take money to make money if you self-distribute your film. On the other hand, if you take a platform that gives you a deal and you distribute your film, I'm not saying you're not going to have to market, because networks and platforms don't always do your film justice. However, I do know that if that platform has an audience already, then that's a little less marketing that you have to do. That's a little less money that you have to spend, and that's much more notoriety that you'll have access to, because with networks and with companies come connections, come different marketing people that they know, come different PR people that they know. So there's a pro and con to both. Number two, PR. PR, and I kind of just touched on that in the last subject, but when you are an independent filmmaker and you just want to put press out there about yourself, it's a bit complex. It's hard to find the right media outlets. It's hard to even be accepted by certain media outlets. But when you're connected to a network, when you're connected with a company, it's a lot easier for you to access press. It's a lot easier for you to receive notoriety for that press. So that's something to consider when you're self-distributing your film. Lastly, the time frame. Again, the time frame for self-distributing your film, as soon as you wrap on the edit, if you want to release the trailer the next day and the film the next week, you completely have that option. However, if you are working with a company or a network, you might have a film that you filmed this year, but it won't be released for another 2 or 3 years because it has to go on a roster with several other films. So you do risk, which this has happened to me a lot, 3 years later releasing a film that you have to promote, and it's 3 years ago versions of yourself. Like, you've become a totally different version of your creative self since you shot that film, yet it's just releasing 3 years later. So you take that risk when connecting with the network, versus if you put it out yourself, you can control exactly the time that it's out. So a few pros and cons. There's no right or wrong way. Take where you are right now, look at where you are, evaluate your financial situation, and decide which one works best for you. I'm interested to hear which one works best for you, which one you're leaning towards. Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, please like or subscribe to our channel. Thank y'all. Connect soon.